Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Watch the run.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. The first carry now. This is Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Watson now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The Patriots send out their punter. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll run on 1st down. Burks. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 23rd first touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Watson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well. And you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Now a first down throw. Watson got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Set.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 7-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. Hey, 55. It's me and you. He's trying to go.
On the ground is Michel. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3rd and 2. Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the
touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Skirts by him at the 35. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ball trot.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Complete to Chris Conley. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. Able to find Harris, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. 49.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. Burks. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal?
Get wide. Go. Hey, I need one over here. I need one over here. 49.
They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Patriots.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
40 seconds. 19. Hey, 31. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
from the gun. Here's Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Watson. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Down to the 6-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Burks. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From the 50, it's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Where's it at? 19! 59! 58! 50, use it!
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Second and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So first and 10 now from the 30.
52. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Long talk. Tighten up. No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
He'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Man, I got to go.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Here's Watson, escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Three bud. Hey, alert three.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Watson operating from the gun. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the
trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Get ready.
On first down, Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And it's caught. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means fourth down. They come up in an offset eye. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On second down now. It's Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As the Bears push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
So one quick, easy. Analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
36, 36. 35.
3rd and long. It's Watson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On the return is Cohen. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Rip right. 49 to Mike. 49 to what?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check safety.
2nd and 10. Caught here by Conley. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
At the 5-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Let's go.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. first down and run with Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety go. Safety's creeping.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. Hey, hold on. Let's go, tackle. Switch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bears 38, Patriots 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
You ready?
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Now it's Watson. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a Patriot 1st down on a pickup of 16. On 1st and 10, Watson, 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Slant.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To throw is Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing, so they'll go for it on fourth down. Here's Watson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try the left side. Burks. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. 52 is the mic. Bring it on.
2nd and 6. Robinson's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a give right side. Burks. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Here we go. 60 out low. Hey, get in the weight room. Check 13. Right slow. Come on. Echo. Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, here I come.
2nd and 11. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Bears, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
The score, Bears 45, Patriots 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Watson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back to throw, Watson. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out. I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. He's at the 30. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Watson to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.